Samsung announced the official release of the Galaxy Watch 3 Titanium version yesterday, this one right here, featuring premium materials and of course the signature, stunning, physical rotating bezel. The official launch date is Friday, the 18th of September, and on paper the Galaxy Watch 3 Titanium version looks very similar to the Galaxy Watch 3 regular version, except for the design of course. However, we go way beyond those spec sheets, putting the Galaxy Watch 3 Titanium head to head with the Galaxy Watch 3 regular version, testing and comparing the two watches. We have the 45mm version of both watches in Mystic Black with a price difference of around $180. The stainless steel comes in at around $420, whereas the Galaxy Watch Titanium version is around the $600 mark. So prepare to be surprised.
To be as fair as possible to both watches, I have paired the Galaxy Watch 3 Titanium with the Galaxy Z Flip here on the left hand side. The stainless steel version, however, I have paired with the Galaxy Note 20 on the right hand side. I have reset both watches. I installed the very same application, very basic ones you can find. In order to make this as fair as possible, I even went into the settings and checked it is the same storage taken up. The one thing I noticed though, when I went into the Galaxy Watch 3 application, the wearable app, that the memory uptake of the stainless steel version is already higher than the titanium version. Now the Galaxy Watch 3 Titanium comes with a stainless steel band, just to make sure you guys get that. The casing of the watch is titanium only, the band is stainless steel. The stainless steel band out of the box is the maximum length that you will get for the watch. You will probably have to shorten it, it was way too loose for me. So that's probably the first thing you will need to do in order to make it snug on your arm. When you open up the Galaxy Watch 3 stainless steel version, however, you have a leather band included, and you can see that here. And now, this is a toughie. I really want to show you guys the difference here, and that is really tough, but I found a way to do that. Hopefully you guys can see this better here. I've taken off the leather strap of the stainless steel version, the stainless steel band of the titanium version. I only have the casings in my hand, and I'm going to put it in a certain position here and freeze frame. This is the shot. This is a shot I can tell, and hopefully you guys can also tell. On the left hand side, the titanium version. On the right hand side, the stainless steel version. And you can see that the titanium is like, there is more matte, and the stainless steel is really shiny compared to the titanium. The best way to explain the titanium version, it feels more premium in your hand and on your arm, especially when you have that stainless steel band around. And the Galaxy Watch 3 stainless steel version, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but you can tell the difference when you have both watches in your hand or on your wrist. It also feels lighter, so why don't we put it on the scale? Okay, first one up, the Galaxy Watch 3 Titanium version as it comes out of the box, including the stainless steel band. It weighs 148 grams. Whereby the Galaxy Watch 3 stainless steel version with a leather strap only weighs 67 grams. Now why don't we take it apart and see what the components weigh by itself. So we have the stainless steel band, and that weighs a whopping 105 grams. You can't really feel it on your wrist, but compared to the other watch, you can feel it. And then it comes to the casing, right? It is a titanium casing, and that is what it is all about. The titanium casing weighs 43 grams. Now let's move on to the stainless steel version. Here you can see the leather straps weigh around 12-13 grams, and then you have the casing, which is also stainless steel, but it weighs around 54 grams. So you will see there is a 10-gram difference, and it is not just the weight. Titanium is obviously more durable, and that is pretty much the design difference here to conclude that section. When it comes to the technical specifications of the titanium version of the Galaxy Watch 3 versus the stainless steel version, on paper, it is the same. I mentioned at the beginning that the uptake of the memory seems to be higher on the stainless steel. And that is the feeling I had throughout the process as well. I had a feeling that the stainless steel version is kind of slower, but there's no scientific proof for that. So what I did do, I downloaded an app that will show me not just all the specifications and the processor and the graphics that is installed, but also the CPU load. And what I could see is that the CPU load for the Galaxy Watch 3 stainless steel version was always higher. It was jumping up higher than the titanium version. As of today, I don't know why this is happening, but I checked it many times and there shouldn't be a difference. As I said, on paper it is exactly the same, but the CPU load was always higher when I checked it with this app here on my watch. Next one up is battery life, and we also found some differentiations here, which doesn't make any sense because again, everything is the same according to Samsung and on paper. Charging both watches from a depleted battery to 100% is around 2.5 hours. So that is what you have to factor in for a full charge. However, when I then looked at the battery capacity of both watches, there was already a differentiation, and sometimes you can see that it basically jumps up and down, but we had a 2 hours difference throughout the whole process, meaning that the Galaxy Watch 3 Titanium version always looked on paper 2 hours longer. So why don't we do a battery test? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Please note that we have the settings on full brightness, maximum pretty much of everything you can imagine. I see it like an electric car. On paper you get 400 miles, but what is the real life usage? And one of our real life usage scenario is basically taking both watches for a workout.
Heart rate was almost identical on both watches at around 155.
So it was my turn, and it looks like everything is in order because the average heart rate is 159 for the titanium version, and I think it's 159 for the normal regular version, but we're going to check the app and then we let you know the full results. And by the way, I was much faster than Tony.
Let's have a look at the battery life then. For the Galaxy Watch 3 stainless steel, it lasted me 24.5 hours, just over a day. Please remember though, it is full go, full on. We did a couple of workouts, but when you do some sleep tracking, then it's going to be tight because you're going to have to charge it at one point, of course. And the titanium version lasted me almost 27 hours, and that's kind of a theme throughout the entire week we tested both watches. The titanium version, for some reason, always lasted longer.
Look, realistically, the differences we found between both models could also be happening with the exact same model, right? We just don't know. I have to say though, the titanium model felt more fluid, and I don't know why, because on paper, basically everything is the same, right? Battery life, you've seen also the battery life we tested for 3 or 4 days, and it was always the same, that the titanium model lasted 2 to 3 hours longer every single day. The CPU load for the stainless steel was also higher pretty much at all times. Sometimes a really big gap of 65% here and then maybe 25% here. So I don't know what is happening. Exact same installations apart from the watch face, and the phones connected to is pretty much the same. So I really like the titanium model. I just wish there would be that one big bang, like you have 2 GB of RAM, or you have that huge better processor in something. Maybe an LTE version is coming out. I would have liked to have that LTE version. That would have been the icing on the cake for me. Having said that, everything is fine. It looks fantastic. When you put it on, it feels absolutely amazing. And it is the first time Samsung has brought something like this out. I like it. I can only recommend it. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, any comments, let us know. Please like and subscribe. Jens here, and Tony, of course, from Allstar Space. See you next time. Peace out.